represented by Mr. Cesar Bagutan, the British Deputy Ambassador to the Philippines and Palau, Mr. Alice of IRR, to operationalize 11927 under Secretary Rosemary G. Edilion, the members of the Interagency Council for the Development and Competitiveness of the Philippine Digital Workforce, the TESDA board members, the foreign and local Philippine Digital Skills Experts, the TESDA board members, the foreign and local skills experts and exhibitors, the industry boards and associations, the TBET institutions and associations, the Colombo Plan South College, the members of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, our friends from media, TESDA officials, and the ILO Manila officials and staff. A pleasant morning to everyone. May I now request everyone to please rise for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem and to please remain standing for the ecumenical prayer. Thank you. Now to formally welcome everyone in this opening session, allow me to introduce the Director General of TESDA, a proponent of skills development in the country for almost 5 decades. Attorney Cruz previously served as the Undersecretary for the Employment and Manpower Development of the Department of Labor and Employment from July 2010 to 2015. In his distinguished As a civil servant and executive, he has been the recipient of the General Emilio Aguinaldo Outstanding Achievement Award for Government Service and the General Juan Castañeda Award for Outstanding Inocenio for Law and Government Service. Delegates, friends, ladies and gentlemen, let us all give our most heartfelt round of applause to TESDA's Director General, Attorney Danilo P. Cruz.
Our dear partners in the Youth for Prosperity Project. The British Deputy Ambassador to the Philippines, Alistair White, Undersecretary Rosemary Edelon of NEDA, the representative of the International Labour Organization, Manila, Mr. Cesar Dragutan, Training Center of ILO, and the entire ILO Manila Skills for Prosperity Project Team, facilitator, organizers, and skills expert of this event, esteemed leadership partners, and stakeholders, fellow TESDA officials, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to all of us. On behalf of the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to the International Labour Organization, International Training Center of ILO, and the Interagency Council for Development and Competitiveness of the Philippine digital workforce, and with the support of the United Kingdom Skills for Prosperity Project for making this Manila expert meeting possible. TESDA recognizes the ILO SFP in its usual assistance to the government of the Philippines, which contributes to the development of the country. I believe that in this skills expert meeting, we will be able to share best practices and emerging technologies relative to the delivery of workforce development in this post-COVID pandemic environment. I hope that everyone will be able to learn and share experiences with experts from both the extended reality and skills development sector. May we be able to contribute to the continuous advancement of collaborative develop action-oriented solutions in the field of extended reality applications for skills development and lifelong learning as response to the challenges. We will also wish to develop and improve are competency standards and training regulations relative to emerging technologies. Moreover, TESDA has its TESDA online program with 151 free courses. We hope to expand it with more courses that are aligned to the industry requirements and the priority sectors of the present administration. Extended reality may be incorporated in the process. 3 years ago until today, we experienced the challenges brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. It's in fact made us realize the need for more innovation, technological infrastructure, and digital strategies. This is the main reason why TESDA has strongly pushed for this initiative and sought the assistance of our partners and experts from the ILO through this quote, Skills for Prosperity project. As you may already know, this activity expected to contribute to the achievements of the quality outputs of this project, which is the transformation of the competency assessment and certification towards the wider use of technologies for efficiency and access. It especially supports our ongoing efforts to strengthen the lifelong learning mechanism in the country. The learnings from today's forum will also be very useful, especially in pursuing digitalization, modernization of the Philippine skills development ecosystem, and strengthening TESDA's overall institutional capacity. This Manila Skills Expert Meeting is indeed very timely as TESDA is geared towards accelerating the development of innovative learning solutions in Tibet to address the issue of the skills gaps and the skills mismatch that continue to exist between what is provided in skills training and what actually the industry demands and requires. In the National Technical Education and Skills Development Plan 2018 to 2022, TESDA articulates its mandate to advocate and manage the sector by finding ways and innovative means in ensuring Tibet reliance as viable education and career path and a critical education and contribute the development of competitive Philippines. Again, thank you at mabuhay.
Thank you very much, sir, for your full commitment and support for this undertaking. Again, another round of applause to our dear Director General. And now, to deliver a message on behalf of the ILO Country Office Manila Director, Khalid Hassan, May I introduce the Chief Technical Advisor of the Skills for Prosperity Program in the Philippines, Mr. Cesar Dragutan, who is joining us online from Geneva. A warm round of applause, please.
Thank you. Secretary Danilo Cruz of TESDA, Deputy Ambassador of the UK to the Philippines and to Palau and Star White, Undersecretary, National Economic and Development Authority, NEDA, Rosemary Quillo, Deputy Director General of TESDA, Rosana Urdaneta, Executive Director of TESDA Certification Office, Maria Susan de la Rama, TESDA and Interagency Council for Development and Competitiveness for the Philippine Digital Workforce officials and partners, international specialists on XR technologies in Tibet and education, national policymakers, experts and practitioners, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. A warm welcome to you all to another event highlighting the ILO's strong partnership with the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, TESDA, to improve the technical and vocational education and training, Tibet system and employability. The ongoing partnership is very important, relevant, given President Marcos' focus on investments in digitalization, technological innovation, and human capital development to ensure the country remains competitive in a fast-changing and tech-driven global economy. Along with the ILO, the international and national development partners strongly welcome such priority. Rapid adoption of digital technologies can reinforce and strengthen Philippines' post-pandemic recovery and reduce poverty. It's based on findings of the recent World Bank and National Economic and Development Authority report. Tibet and skill systems in many countries rapidly adapted to the COVID learning crisis and accelerated introduction of digital technologies of different levels of complexity. However, recent ILO and UNESCO study shows the need for integrated and coherent national digitalization strategies developed through social dialogue that address the demand and supply sides of skills systems. Such strategies should explore digitalization in general and the transition from mainstream to adoption of the lead most advanced digital technologies, and the role they play across all aspects of the skills development system, not just on teaching and learning, which has been the priority since the COVID pandemic. In the process, the Tibetan skills systems must disadvantaged groups and worsen the digital divide. As highlighted in the ILO global call to action, centered recovery, governments, workers, and employers must engage in digital transitions to facilitate lifelong learning, to leverage technologies from the Philippines' continued efforts to address these priorities in its development agenda. We do reaffirm our commitment to support TESDA's efforts as a member of the Interagency Council for Development and Competitiveness of the Philippine digital workforce to pursue adoption of advanced technologies to further enhance the national Tibetan skill systems. National Tibetan skill systems do need to build in the agility to respond to demands for new skills from our increasingly digital society and enterprises. They do have to engage in digital transformation and in addressing its challenges for both institutions, staff, and learners. The ILO and the International Training Center of the ILO, ITCILO, are at the forefront of global and implement concrete hands-on solutions using emerging most advanced technologies to support Tibet systems in accelerating the adoption of innovative learning and skills assessment technologies based on precise and deep training needs and ecosystems analysis. Today's Manila Skills Experts Meeting on XR technologies for lifelong learning organized by TESDA under the Interagency Council for Development and Competitiveness of the Workforce, with the support of ITCILO, Lifelong Skills for Prosperity project, funded by the government of UK, is bringing together international specialists on XR technologies in Tibetan education, national policymakers, experts, and practitioners to engage in initial steps of a detailed review and consultation process towards an eventual adoption in the near future of advanced XR technologies in Tibet, as well as formulating and estimating the related training needs to maximize investments in and uptake and use of these technologies. I do wish you all fruitful and engaging discussions over the coming 3 days, which would make the Philippines endeavor highly successful and to continue to lead the way for many other countries to follow. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much to ILO for your support to skills development, lifelong learning, and competency assessment. At this point, we will hear a message from the British Embassy delivered by the British Deputy Ambassador to the Philippines and Palau. He is the current Deputy Head of Mission in the British Embassy, Manila. Prior to this, he was the Deputy High Commissioner to Sierra Leone. Consecutively, he was also able to lead the Foreign and Commonwealth Office's Global Trade Program and Strategic Finance Department. In 2014, he was the first Secretary Political in Pakistan's British High Commission. He earned his BSA in English Literature at the University of York in the United Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome with a round of applause the British Deputy Ambassador to the Philippines and Palau, Mr. Alistair White.
Good morning. Our friends and our partners, distinguished experts, colleagues, thank you for being here today. Director General and Secretary of Opening, it's a pleasure to be here today and to address you over the next meeting. I'm pleased to welcome you today at the Manila Skills Experts together to discuss and reflect on how to transform education and training with the use of new technologies to provide for the needs of learners. The nature of jobs and skills are faster than ever before. Ever-evolving skills are needed to tackle the greatest challenges of our time, such as the pandemic, through climate change, to the fourth industrial revolution. And digitization has been an integral part of it. Globalization, emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, trends like the remote working arrangements, demographic changes, and the entry of digital natives into just a few of some of the forces that are working to transform the work landscape today. So EdTech has become an important part of learning. Education or levels of investment in EdTech across the globe, including here in Southeast Asia, continue to increase rapidly. However, despite a growing body of knowledge about how the technology can be applied effectively, education technology investments continue to be made in ways that do not necessarily lead to the gains in learning and outcomes and stronger education systems, and that can exacerbate existing inequalities along the lines of gender, disability, social economic status, and more. And we in the UK recognise the importance of evidence-based and strategic engagement with EdTech to advance the future of our learners, especially young women and girls and those from marginalised groups. A World Economic Forum report states that by 2025, 50% of the global workforce will need reskilling. Upskilling and reskilling have become imperative to make our workers better prepared for all of these workplace trends and disruptions. And at the same time, it should be ensured that emerging work opportunities are shared inclusively. So education remains a key pillar of the United Kingdom's work here in the Philippines. The Skills for Prosperity programme is an innovative initiative for us in the UK that supports the enhancement of TVET and higher education systems in 9 countries across the globe, including, of course, here in the Philippines, helping them to equip its citizens with the skills needed by industry. The programme promotes equal opportunities for all, including women and girls, bringing quality and relevant education and training to those who most need it. UK is proud to support the whole of government initiative here with the Interagency Council to provide Filipino workers access to lifelong learning platforms to acquire the digital skills that are to par with global standards. And I hope, well, I know that this Manila Skills Experts Meeting stimulates everyone in thinking of innovative ways of using XR technologies to enhance the skills and development offer. Our vision is to see these ideas applied in real life, from it feeding into the development and realisation of the National Roadmap for Reskilling, Upskilling and Training the Filipino workforce, and the National Technical Education and Skills Development Plan, to implementing practical applications and making EdTech and XR technologies accessible in technical vocational institutes and courses. And just to say, apart from the Skills for Prosperity programme, UK builds education partnerships in the Philippines to make quality UK education available to all Filipinos. UK Philippine transnational education programmes, including areas like data analytics and robotics, have been created with the support of the British Council and the CATD. We have an expanding network of Chevening scholars in the UK with master's degrees in a wide range of priority areas, bringing these skills back to the Philippines. And UK is currently the largest bilateral donor to the Global Partnership for Education, which is a multi-stakeholder platform of which the Philippines is a member. And that's working with governments to dramatically increase the number of children who are in schools and learning. So the UK is committed to deepening our partnership with the Philippines and to help shape a sustainable and inclusive future. So I wish you all a meaningful and productive meeting in the next few days. Thank you very much. Mariam Salmat.
Thank you, British Deputy Ambassador White. We hope that you will keep working with us in the following years for the continuous improvement and promotion of quality TVET. Now, to give her message as our keynote speaker is the Undersecretary for the National Development, Policy and Planning of the National Economic Development Authority. She holds a PhD in economics from La Trobe University in Australia and MA from UP School of Statistics. She is also a recipient of the Presidential Gawad Career Executive Service in 2019. Among her major responsibilities is the shepherding of the formulation of the Philippine Development Plan. In addition, she is in charge of providing technical advice on policy issues to both the legislative and executive branches of the government, especially the committees of the NEDA board. She currently chairs the task group on recovery under the National Task Force against COVID-19 and also the technical working group on anticipatory and forward planning, and she is also a member of the sub-TWG on data analytics. Under keynote speaker, the chair of the technical working group on the development of the implementing rules and regulation to operationalize Republic Act 11927, otherwise known as the Philippine Digital Workforce Competitive Act, Undersecretary Rosemary G. Edilion. A warm round of applause to USEC Edilion.
Thank you very much, and good morning to everyone. First, let me express my gratitude to the TESDA, the International Labour Organization, of course, British Embassy, our good friend, Deputy Ambassador White, of course, Director General Danilo Cruz, and our reps from the ILO and the ITCILO. So thank you for organizing this experts meeting with a special focus on the application of extended reality in skills development. I am actually genuinely about promoting and or where this excitement is coming from. Now, last year, my son, a communications major, he did his thesis theorizing how video games are able to convey a message, how they are able to impart lessons. And I have permission to share excerpts from his thesis. Proud man. Okay. He says here, our lives are full of experiences that shape who we become, but it's only long enough for a handful of us. We will likely never know what it is like to climb a steep, icy mountain, exposed to both its beauty and its treacherous dangers. We will likely never know what it is like to painstakingly study the behaviors and strategies of Herculean enemies by fighting and losing to them over and over again until we finally learn how to overcome them. We will likely never know what it is like to journey across the world, developing relationships with those we meet across all nations, immersing ourselves in their culture, learning their history. And we will likely never know what it is like to make conversation, to have a conversation over a light meal with a God. Media offers people a chance to have these experiences, but traditional media can only offer these experiences from the perspective of a passive audience. However, the new media, games in this case, offer its players a more holistic experience. The audience is an active experience, what he calls a player experience. Video games pull players into a world with the video game from their own point of view. In the case of this video game, players know what it is like to brave the danger of that icy mountain. They have developed the persistence needed to get over the frustration of losing again and again to the same enemy in order to learn how to beat it. They have experienced what it is like to interact with, understand, and appreciate a diverse cast of people from different cultures and backgrounds, weaknesses, and strengths. They even have an idea of the burden of responsibility and emotional baggage that leaders, perhaps even gods, need to shoulder as per the demands of the positions of power. End of quote. In 2019, an analysis of the education technology ecosystem was conducted to determine how EdTech was being used in the Philippines and the factors that are driving or preventing the scaling up of these initiatives. The report showed that while computer hardware and productivity tools are available, content creators for the education sector was lacking. There was also no central repository for interactive digital learning tools and content developers. Now, when the pandemic struck in early 2020, many sectors and industries maximized technology to continue delivering its services. In the education sector, academic and training institutions used video conferencing tools, virtual classrooms, and game-based learning platforms for some to conduct lessons and make learning interactive. Now we are post-pandemic, hopefully. We must continue to explore new innovations and technologies that can improve the way we do things. Extended reality technologies has the potential to transform the way we develop the skills of our workforce. XR technologies allow people to learn complex skills in a simulated environment, making it safe for people to develop and practice new skills. For example, a student can learn how to operate heavy machinery without the risk of injury and fear of damaging equipment. XR also allows individuals to train collaboratively, regardless of geographic location. They can meet up with their friends in the UK, for instance. However, the benefits of XR in skills training requires an understanding of when and how to use these technologies. Further, it has to be complemented with other learning strategies such as group sessions, real-life models, and performance-based assessments, among others. The choice of tools and approaches will depend on the structure, content, and intended outcome of the training program. Utilizing XR technologies in technical vocational training can revolutionize training collaboration among government training institutions, technology providers, content creators, and other stakeholders. And this will be very important in redesigning our training programs. Capacitating trainers in effectively implementing content using XR technologies and making these technologies available for all are also critical. As I said, I am very excited at this new modality of teaching and learning. In the case of video games, my son observed that today the video game media has grown and evolved, spawning gaming communities and content creators who influence the player experience, serving to add more dimension to this experience. Now let us be part of this revolution or evolution. Let us develop XR creators, XR users, XR innovators. Let us enrich their learning experience. To once again borrow from my son's thesis, says, quote, these holistic learning experiences, they really matter because we are the sum of our experiences. Thank you very much, and I wish you a very productive meeting.
Thank you, Yusek Edelion, for that inspiring message and for supporting TVET. This Skills Expert Meeting is a milestone in the promotion, development, and advancement of the Philippine digital workforce. Also, we would like to acknowledge the presence of our Deputy Directors General, DDG Aniceto Bertis III and DDG Vidal Villanueva III. At this juncture, we would like to request DG Cruz, DDG Bertis, and DDG Vidal Villanueva, and British Deputy Ambassador White, Yusek Edilion, Mr. Dagutan, Edie Dalarama, and Ms. Palyares from ITCILO to please proceed to the stage for the photo opportunity. Thank you very much to our officials. You may now proceed to your seats. We would also like to request everyone to stand up and face our photographers who will proceed here in front for the photo opportunity of all our participants. May we request everyone to come press. To go to the center so everyone can be seen. Our photographer will direct you. Yes, please go to the center and wait for our photographer's cue. Thank you, everyone. You may now be seated. Thank you very much, and this ends our opening program. Again, this is Hannah Legaspi, and I am now turning over the microphone to Mr. Stefano Marante to facilitate the next part of the program.
Thank you very much for the excellent moderation.